Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tina and it's a beautiful day to be creating with you. Welcome to allergy season from the East. Okay. So it is like allergy season has been in full swing, so I'm sorry, but I will have the sniffles forever, it seems like. So I do apologize for that ahead of time. Today I'm really excited because I'm getting to share one of our new kits. Close to my heart. Oh my gosh, no hardship, amazing quality, a wonderful journey. But they were, part of my journey for many, many, many years. And after talking with everybody, we're all in different places and we have so much stuff. But we're looking for a simpler, easier way to embrace our scrapbooking and move on collectively. And so for us to dive in and do these very specific kits, not generic, but like really specific based on requests that we're having and all of that, it is super exciting. So I'm happy for this Hershey Park kit because I am a Hershey Park fan. All right, so everything you see here, and you get a full picture to put this layout together, and they are simplified. This is just a simple, easy scrapbooking, stress-free, at its best, getting back to making sure it is our pictures that shine on the page every single time. And I love it. I'm so ready for this. All right, so you'll have the full picture. I have it laid out so you could see it here, but for this video, what I'm going to do is take you through putting it together and giving it a little zhuzh. Like if you want to zhuzh it up just a little so that we can use some of that stuff that we have invested in, like our stamps or, other things. Okay, so you'll have 4 of these silver glitter paper Hershey kits. And I have the little paper because they need that little paper. So I'm going to put this off to the side now and just let it set. It's hanging, but what I did was, if you look at all my Hershey Kisses, they all say happy. I did that with this really fine Le Pen because it's known as Hershey Park Happy, but you could also put names on them. I thought that was cute, but I decided to just stick with happy. All right, I've done some pre-work to get us ahead, and you'll have all these pieces in your kit, but let's go ahead and put it together. I'm going to share and show a little addition with my stamps and some of my mocha ink, which is just a nice rich brown. There we go. And I love how all of these are like chocolate. So we have white chocolate, which is up for debate for another day. Ha ha. Then we have a nice milk chocolate color. We have a dark chocolate color. So all the things, right? All right. These are made to kind of create this 3-panel sidebar that is in the center. But what I want to do is I want to take our mats, which are I don't know, maybe 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Let's do a double check. You will see me put my pictures on this. Yeah, they're 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, these mats. So that helps you with your photos. Now, I'm getting into cropping again. I do have a selfie and I use that a lot, but I have been doing my larger batches from Persnickety Prints. They're a fave of mine, just personal fave of mine. And I have been doing larger batches of 4 by 6 photos and going back to cropping. I'm going back. I want to do more with less, and I want to get more done. We have that darker chocolate here, and I'm going to need to do another chocolate layout, which will be different than this one, for a recent chocolatier place that I just visited. All right, we're just going to kind of center that. I'm just eyeballing. And this is our photo mat. And now we have, I think this is a 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. So let's take a look. Yeah, there we go. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this on. And I'm making sure that these 3 are about centered, but it's closer here in the middle. Okay, it's meant to be that way for a reason. So good. All right, I've put foam tape on these awesome print and cut pieces, and I decided I wanted to add a little bit to my foil. So this is some diamond stickles, and it would probably be easier to do this if I hadn't already put it on foam tape, but I'm hoping that it dries in time, and if not, I'm going to use tweezers. But anywhere that it is supposed to be that kind of silvery color, I'm going to add some of these diamond stickles just to take it up a level. I love stickles, but I have to tell you, when I'm talking about doing more with less all the time, I find that since I usually am putting it on top of whatever I want it to be, because I tend to work with colors, that I use the clear more than anything else. I've actually cut down on having, bazillions of colors. But I love me some colored liquid pearls. All right. Now, out of your stash, I always encourage you to do what I do, and that is add some embellishments and bling from your stash so you're using up that stock as you craft along. These kits are designed to give you your idea put together so you can focus on just stress-free crafting and having fun. And then ideally what you do is you get done. You get those pictures on pages, but they're very specific. Now, I would love to hear about any layout designs or titles that you would like to see me do for this series. Okay, so feel free to leave me a comment. There it is. Super cute. I think I want a little bit more here. I tend to go back and add some after they're all dry. There we go. We'll see if that dries or not. If not, tweezers. Okay, the other thing is bling. I buy bling for a workshop, but if it is a single layout that I'm doing, I use up what's in my stash. I want to be a crafter, not a collector. It's a real thing. All right, I'm going to bring in my pictures so I can go ahead and put these together. I do use a selfie printer. So because I use my selfie printer, I know that they're not true 4x6s. What I normally do is after they come out, I trim an extra 1/8 of an inch off of the edge. Look at this picture of my son at Hershey Park. He is a scrapbook mom's dream, even as an adult male. He will just ham it up for me time and time again. All right, I'm going to just put that on there. And he's always been that way. That's why I always say, people will say, well, is Jacob more photogenic? And I say, no, he's just more fun in front of the camera. All right, I have a couple of stamps here, textured background stamps that I've grabbed. I'm using the one from this, but you don't need this one. Grab any background stamps that you have. We're adding some texture to the back here, and use it. Use whatever you have. All right, I have a piece of copy paper here, and even though this is clean, I'm going to be using this. I normally use like my junk mail or pretty much anything like that. But I grabbed a clean piece for the video so I can look, you know, somewhat civilized. Ha ha ha. Okay, we're going to just cover up. I'm stamping right here, and I'm going to start with this one here, and I just like that, mocha ink a little bit, and I'm just providing some of these little kind of splats, and most of these are probably going to be covered up, and I'm okay with that. A little bit more maybe right here, and there we go. I don't need them to be perfect. I even got a little bit on there. It's a-okay because I forgot to fold my paper over. I'm going to fold my paper over and use the folded end. I was like, wow, it's a little thinner than normal. There we go. I'll put another one right down here. And you can also do this before you put your pictures and everything on. And I'm using this mocha ink. So there we go. There we go. Okay, so that's some little cuteness for that side. My hand did touch this, but that's okay. All right, and now I will add our dripping chocolate. I have lots of foam. I've already put lots of foam tape on our dripping chocolate. Now, because I'm zhuzhing it up a little, this is going to take a little bit longer. But the other thing that adds time to these is the ridiculous amount of foam tape that I tend to use. Keeping it real. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this right over here. And I'm okay if the Hershey Park is covered up because it's over there. So I'm going to cover up most of that Hershey Park. I already looked at this and I was perfectly fine with it. Okay, so now for our Hershey Park, I've put foam tape on the back dark brown piece there. Whew, lucky I have a picture going there. I'm just going to add my liquid glue. Now my title is somewhat segmented. Each set is in 2 pieces. I kind of wanted that instead of doing it in one. Here you go. And we'll just slide it into place. There we go. We'll do this one here. And I love that we are looking at expanding everything we're doing to include full layouts or titles or, I haven't named them yet, but project kits that will have where you put your base pages on. It includes like all the embellishments and everything. And you add your base pages. And whatnot. There we go. Let's go ahead and do this one. Been having so much fun designing for everybody. Thank you guys for sending me all your wonderful ideas. Get to get so crafty and have so much fun. And I get some of my own scrapbooking done too. How exciting is that? That's my crafting dream now. All right, look at this. This is all just, it comes together so quickly because it's friendly. It's made to for you to make something that you know you're going to love going in, but to do it with ease. All right, I'm going to move these back over here. And I may do some more stamping. All right, for my little Hershey kiss, I want to finish it off. I'm just going to add another happy. There we go. Happy. Now, if I had 4 people, I might have done names, but I really wanted 4 Hershey kisses. All right, we're going to put our big mat down. And I'm just going to eyeball center from the top and the bottom and do it flush all the way to the left. So it's okay if it's not perfect. It doesn't need to be, but I do have my Versamat, so that tends to help. Only if my Versamat is straight though, right? Which it's not, but that's okay. You know what? I was closer just eyeballing it on my own. All right, here we go. And I have these journaling strips. 3/8 of an inch journaling strips tend to be my jam. All right, and they're included as well. All right, so we're gonna put these down. I'm not gonna press because I want to get them laid out next to each other and make sure they're where I want them to be. There we go. So I'm gonna kind of just lay them down and let them hover. You cannot do this with liquid glue, but what I want to do is make sure these mats are offset. That's the way they are designed because we don't want all of our layouts to be perfectly square all the time. Don't worry, if you love them, I have some coming up. Okay, there we go. Perfect. All right, let's bring in the rest of our pictures. This is me. So we go to Hershey Park at Halloween, and I had some random pictures left over. We don't tend to get the best weather when we go because it is the end of October and we live in a 4-season state. So it's normally cold. It could be wet. It's definitely cold and wet at night. But this is me standing outside the trick-or-treat door, and Jake got another picture of me peeking through. But these are just some of the last-minute shots for me to close out this visit to Hershey Park, which was in 2021. So I'm happy for it to be done. This one here is inside the chocolate factory. I took a little picture, not the real chocolate factory. It's a ride if you haven't been. And I thought that with that being laid out the way it was, it's going to be the perfect place for me to put my journaling strips about these pictures. There's 5 pictures and there's 5 journaling strips. So I get to do a little bit about each one. We were under COVID protocols during this time. Things had just kind of started to open up. And this was a nice outdoor place, but we did a couple things inside, and one of them was this 3D experience. And you could go over to a machine and it interacts with you, but you could put in an occasion and it becomes like this live part of the show. And Jacob, actually, the one we put in for Jacob, got mentioned, and we thought that was really cool. Okay, once again, I've overdone it on foam tape. I don't know, you know, if I put it on, at least while I am videoing, I would probably try to use a little bit less, but I'm telling you, it's like everything's off. So I didn't peel all that foam tape. I'm going to bring this down, bring it in just a little bit. And I kind of want it to come over my pictures, just like that chocolate does on the other side, but not, you know, not too much. I feel like I'm going to want it about right there. All right. But you can put it anywhere you like, of course. That's what's so nice about providing the pieces and allowing you to put it together. Okay, is that you still have that ability. A little space there, and then I'm going to bring it past the edge. So it comes in like this. I really like this. I really like this feature. I think I'm just a little bit high. I want to make sure that I'm on my picture, that the bottom portion is on my picture. I love it. It looks great. Okay, so now I have my journaling strips and I'm going to place them. I do this when I'm going to do my journaling later. So my first one, I'm just going to place right here, and I have one tiny little piece of adhesive on them, just so you'll be able to see the finished layout and I'll be able to complete it. The gap was a little bigger than I would have liked in between the two of those, but that's okay. And I do pull these off and add my my journaling, and then I add more adhesive when I put them back on, and they go right back in the same spot. So if I do tend to get a little lift off the paper behind it, it seems to work out okay. Foam tape here. There we go, kind of so that it draws your attention over to our journaling. All right, I have a few extra little tidbits, but I wanted to see everything on, and I think I'm going to add a few little chocolate splatty splats down here. And I really do like these to not look great. I like them to kind of look like, ugh, like, oh. And this could be chocolate, but it could also represent the weather we had, because boy, did we have some weather. Here we go. And I was looking over here, and I had decided that I was going to add just a little bit more. So let me go ahead and grab that and just rotate that a little bit. There we go. I like that better. It kind of brings it up and rounds it out, and it'll make a nice spot for my bling that I'm going to add. Okay, so now I have all this done. We're going to do our Hershey little kisses here. I'm going to put those on foam tape. Look at my control, only using one. All right. I'll put one right here, and then I'm going to put this one on, is on a piece of foam tape. There we go. And I'm going to mirror that over here as well in just a second. For this here, I have Eat, Sleep, Chocolate, Repeat. And I'm actually sliding this under my photo. You may have noticed that I tend to do my adhesive more towards the center than anything else on my photos and on my mats. It's so that I can do a lot of tucking. It just gives me more variety. Originally, I had thought that this would go up here like this, but now I'm kind of looking at my spacing, and I'm thinking that it is going to look really nice right here, kind of overlapping these two. I did plan on it being a little on top, so I only put some foam tape on half. Sometimes you have to see your pictures, you know, before you know something's really going to come together. There we go. All set. That's looking great. The same thing here. I'm going to put one of these on foam tape. Look at how this layout is just coming together. I love it. All right. And the same thing, just the two overlapping kisses over here as well. The balance on this is really nice. Okay, I don't think it's dry. You can see we just added a little bit, but you can also look how fast all of this has come together. So we've done all the designing and the cutting for you. So you get to have fun and just create. And that's what I really love about, got to be really careful there. That's what I really love about preparing kits this way. All right, here we go. Perfect. Have that little chocolate bar right there. Okay, I can go back and add some stickles if I like. All right, so I chose some random bling that matches, but I do want to mention I chose the bling to match the layout that I had done. However, going back, you can see this bright Reese's here with that orange and yellow, and this here. I could actually switch and go to yellow and orange bling for little pops of color as well. So always look at that as an option for yourself too. It's a great way to use up. But I have a couple of these left over from my Winnie the Pooh collection. So I think I'll put one on this page here, and I'll put one on this page here. And I have some hearts that are, and stars that are the same color as this background paper. And then I have some white dots, and all of these are in just bling that I want to use up. And, you know, because I bought it, so I want to use it. All right, so I'm just going to do the same thing, and I'm going to mirror both sides right now. in these two areas that are diagonal from each other. Okay, there we go. Now, I really do like the hearts that I have here. I'm always a huge fan of hearts. I'm going to add a heart to that center of my, the journaling that I have there, right there on the center. And then I'm going to come right down here and I'm going to make another little bling area. And I'm going to put a white one here. And I'm going to grab, this is like a tiny medium little heart, and I'm going to put that in. And a small one as well. And I'm going to let that touch that. I thought I was a little close on that. There we go. And we are all set. Okay, there you go. All right, and we are done. Look at this awesome layout that we did in no time. I did add a few extra things, but all the pieces you need to create just a really beautifully clean layout that will let your picture shine are pre-cut and in these kits. So I'll put information below, but if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And thank you for letting me share some crafty time with you today. Get out there and have some fun so you got some wonderful things that you can scrapbook and relive those memories again and again. If you found this video useful or you like the project, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Leave me a comment, share the video. These are all things that really help me out here in the YouTube community, and I'm most grateful for them. I hope you guys have a beautiful crafty day. Bye-bye.